Thirsty Thursday, my beautiful Move the Chains audience. We are back. New edition. Can I get a hell yeah, brother? You sure can. Thirsty Thursday. How are we doing? Hope you guys are doing well. We're a couple days away from the Super Bowl. Can't wait. 60 more minutes of football until draft and all that stuff happens. But let's just enjoy it because I know I'm going to. We got this kind of matchup going on Sunday. Heartbreak Kid, Stone Cold. Let's go. I'm so psyched. So, I've been doing these recaps lately of my divisions. I did the AFC North, AFC East, AFC South. Today I'm doing the AFC West, and then tomorrow I'm going to hop into the NFC. But right now, there's some news going on. T. Higgins of the Bengals. Now, I know Joe Burrow was on Dan Patrick. He was on ESPN. He was kind of around New Orleans for the game since he's been in the Super Bowl. And the Bengals are in a weird spot because, they need to pay T. Higgins tomorrow. But they should have done this 2 years ago. But we keep forgetting that, Cincinnati. Like, you had a chance, and you didn't do it. You could have given him $21 million. That's the market that you got for T. Higgins. Now he's going to want 30 because that's the going rate for these receivers. I don't know why you didn't do it 2 years ago. Because now there's going to be teams on the market available. The Packers, the Patriots, teams like that. The Chargers could use them. And yet you could have got this figured out. But nah, not the Bengals. They're cheap, bro. Nah, not the Bengals. We got to do things weirder. What the fuck are you doing? You were going to, again, I made this argument early in the year last year. This year, man, the fact. My witness. You're going to become like the Matt Stafford Detroit Lions. A guy in his prime that you wasted away because your incompetency at general manager and front office sucked. Your offensive line's been atrocious. Your run game, you let go of Joe Mixon for no reason. I don't know why you did that. Whatever. I guess when you pay the quarterback, you lose some pieces. That I get. And Joe Burrow's worth every damn penny. Okay? So I get that. But your first order of business is get Jamar Chase signed. Because that guy's the best receiver in football. Hands down. Justin Jefferson, him. It's 1-2. Tyreek, you can throw in there. Mike Evans, fine. But you need to get that deal done, Cincinnati. You need to do it tomorrow. Because I've been told that Joe Burrow, or today I was hearing, they're represented by the same agent. And Donald Penn, the former Raider and Buccaneer tackle, they're represented by the three guys, three amigos, are represented by the same agent. So, just saying, keep an eye out. Bengals need to do it. Stop pussy farting around. Get it done. Get the Jamar Chase thing done. Get the T. Higgins thing done. Because there's going to be a market for T. Higgins. There wasn't a couple years ago. Now you got a market for him. So, what are you going to do? You got to do something. You got to make the move. You got to go all in on this. You only get these windows this often in sports. And T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, their offense can compete with anybody. They can play with anybody. Now, I think they can get another back in the draft. I was hearing that today. Keep shoring up the offensive line. But I tell you what, Bengals scare me, though, man. They got to keep Gesicki. But they got some cap space. They got to do it. So, but I also want to touch on, AFC West, my division. I'm a Raider fan. Before the year, I think my predictions were right. Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos. I got the last two flip-flopped. So, the Chiefs, I'll just start with them. They deserve to be number one. They're going to win this division outright till Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid aren't there anymore. Now, there are some suitors. But I think in terms of the Chiefs, I think they can use more receivers, strip the offensive line, add more depth. There's not a lot on the Chiefs that they need to do. They've done this, proven it. We got it, okay? I'm just impressed. Andy Reid's the best coach I've ever seen. He's like the chubbier version of Bill Walsh, although he's been slimming down. We got to throw that out there. He's slimming down. Ozempic's doing him great, or whatever he's doing. Who knows? So, Chiefs are just a well-oiled machine. I think they just are so well run up there in Kansas City. Preston Wolf, Chase Mathis, my guys, know that well. The Chargers, to me, I did pick them second because of Jim Harbaugh. And what a great first year it was. Yes, we can argue the schedule was boo-boo. You played the Raiders, who I'll get to in a minute, was trash. And the Panthers, garbage. don't care, don't matter. I got a question. Head coach quarterback matters in the NFL, right? Yeah, Jim Harbaugh, Justin Herbert, for the next 5 years? Yeah, give me that. Because by some act of God, if they get T. Higgins with the tight end, that sharp guy they had, I saw that the Chief Charger game this year, with McConkey, and keep adding running game and develop offensive line and add another weapon, watch out. And this defense comes back with the same guys over and over, they're going to be okay. I have no doubt in my mind about Jim Harbaugh ever getting a Super Bowl with the Chargers. I believe it to be true. I still have faith in them. Now, they got to defeat Mahomes. I'm not disputing that. But they play that Chiefs team about as tough as you can play them. Outside of Buffalo, Cincinnati. So, I do believe Chargers, could they upend the Chiefs next year before the season? I don't know. But I'm going off my recaps, what I thought this year. Chargers, to me, impressed me the most in that division. The way they ran the football, played defense. Herbert, don't make crazy shit happen. And let's slow down on the Justin Herbert hate, okay? He finally got a coach that believes in him. Thank you. He's going to be okay. Peyton Manning struggled to win his playoff game until like his 7th year, okay? This shit's hard. Lamar Jackson's find that out. Joe Burrow. These guys, it takes time. Josh Allen took a couple years. So, I do believe the Chargers, they're right there, man. They're in that window. They got to take advantage of it, and I think they will. Got Khalil Mack coming back. Bosa's coming back. You got to do some restructuring of the contracts. But the way that they build this team is exactly how I saw it with the Niners, Michigan, and now the Chargers. The way I see it. So, I did pick the Raiders over the Broncos, but I did not having to play the quarterback position being so bad for the Raiders this year and everything else going on. But I will say this with Denver. I will say this. And Sean Payton, he's okay. Does some shit I don't love, but I'm all for the gutty, gritty, kind of say what you want, no nonsense bullshit. Here's the thing. Sean Payton's got that Denver team rocking. And do not get discredited by the playoff game. You knew you were going to lose to Buffalo. Every Bronco fan and their mother knew it. Okay? The Broncos are going to be okay. Now, is Bo Nix a top 10 guy? I don't know. Because I think he got schemed up with one of the best offensive coaches in the last decade, maybe in my lifetime, Sean Payton. Okay? But I do think Denver, they just, congrats to Patrick Surtain, won the Defensive Player of the Year. My brother had to remind me of that tonight, and then I got word of it. So congrats to him. He's a great corner, one of the best that I've seen in my life. Darrelle Revis, Charles Woodson. I never was around for Deion Sanders, but my dad and those guys, generation before that, knew. And I think their pass rush is good. Denver, to me, just needs to add a little bit more on the perimeter. Juice, beep, beep. But they're right there. They played the Kansas City tough. They played the Chiefs or the Chargers tough. So they're right there, man. I just think Denver's got a little bit more to go. But I do think I see the momentum going in the right direction. Okay, my Raiders. I'm going to get into them. So, I got to be honest with you, because I was wrong on this season. I didn't know how many wins they'd have before the whole Antonio Pierce shit went down. And Devontae, I don't even have anything words to say to Devontae. I don't even want to get into it. I call him dumbass Devontae. I give him this every time he's on TV. I just don't care for him. I mean, what a great movie he is. Yeah, let's go to a losing culture. Winning culture, winning, losing. Let's go down to losing. Let's go to the Jets. What a great decision, bro. You're an idiot. So, but I will say this with the Raiders right now. I am so proud of them right now. They're making smart decisions. They hired Pete Carroll. They got John Spytek in. I'm excited. Now, is it going to lead to wins? We don't know. Chip Kelly, a little bit of weird hire. I mentioned that the other day. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. And I got to see with the draft. There's a lot of avenues that my head's going in. I could go Will Campbell, but I've already drafted 2 offensive linemen. Gallery, Leatherwood. They sucked. Bust. Blech. Could go quarterback. Tried Jamarcus Russell route. That failed miserably. You can go receiver. I've seen this movie, Darius Hayward-Bay, and the guys like that. Amari Cooper, who, I was the biggest Amari guy. People know that. But it just kind of, whatever. So you can go multiple ways. But I got to tell you, I have not been this optimistic in the Raider offseason in a long time. They're making smart decisions, which is something that I never hear about from the Raiders ever. We're being smart. Keep it up. I'm all for it. So, I just got to see how the draft is, but I love Pete Carroll. I love the hire of John Spytek. Those guys coming in together at the right time. You're not having like a coach that was already there and the new GM and all that nonsense. You got a guy right now in Pete Carroll who's got his staff going. You brought back Patrick Graham. There's a lot of components that I like about the Raiders. Now, could they be better than a fourth-place team? I don't know. The Chip Kelly offense kind of scares me. I've seen this movie with his offenses. They get pushed around a little bit. Okay? And then in that division, I didn't think this through. You got Sean Payton, Vance Joseph in that defense, balling. You have the Chargers, even Jim Harbaugh. That ain't going away. And then you got Spags. That's 3 defenses in your division you got to face that give you nightmares. So, I'm all for getting Chip Kelly. Bring some, the passing game and get the run game going. But I just got to see more from the quarterback position. And you got to go somewhere else. Aiden O'Connell's fine, backup, whatever. They didn't mention Gardner Minshew's name, which I thought was hilarious. But I am excited. So, I am excited for the Raiders. I think they're doing some good things. Got to see how the draft, free agency, how the field pans out. But that's all I want to get on here tonight. I appreciate you guys listening. Happy Thursday, Thirsty Thursday. Hell yeah, brother. Let's go. I'll give you guys start my NFC predictions tomorrow and some recaps and other NFL news. Hope you guys have a great night. Adios. Godspeed.